Hello guys, and welcome to my new channel. It's called Chemistry by Austin Munara. uh, in this new show we'll be looking at several different aspects of chemistry, so I hope you have fun and you're looking forward to it. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. So the first thing we look at is H2O reaction. So hydrogen and oxygen react, they give out water. But what you didn't know is it gives out a lot of heat. So we'll be looking at another chemical reaction which you can find in your kitchen. This is when you mix baking soda with vinegar, it gives out a reaction. This reaction is part of one of the foundations of chemistry. We see such reactions and this is what we choose to study. So baking soda and vinegar gives you a reaction. So let's start with the definition, right? Definition. Chemistry is the study of composition and structure of matter and changes that occur in matter. Right? Study of composition and structure of matter and changes that occur in matter. So like for instance, the first example we're going to give for this definition is hydrogen and oxygen. Usually gives you water, right? H plus O is equals to water, right? The second example we're looking at is carbon and oxygen. Carbon mixed with oxygen usually gives you a reaction that will give you carbon monoxide. I hope you're enjoying this so far. So what else? Another reaction we choose to look at in this new show is wood. When wood burns, it usually gives you smoke and heat. Okay, so when the oxygen combines with the wood, smoke comes out and heat. This is basically another reaction we choose to look at in a more solid fashion. Right. Yeah. So we are going to look at another reaction. Imagine. Yeah, it's beautiful. So another reaction in chemistry is iron. We're going to watch iron rust. Right? Iron rusting. This reaction is an example when we choose to take iron and leave it out in the open. Now little did you know that when iron is placed in an open air situation, it reacts with the oxygen. This will in turn give you rust. So this is what actually happens in that situation. Iron reacts with oxygen to give you iron oxide, rust. Pretty fascinating, still. Okay. So in a different situation, scientists have come up with the solution that hydrogen and oxygen, the heat that it gives in that reaction to give you water, is usually used in rocket fuel. That's what the experts say. I was just as baffled, but it is what it is, and it is a fundamental in this world of chemistry. Okay, so in this new show, enough, that was the introduction part of chemistry, which is to look at it in this pilot episode. We're going to actually focus on the periodic table. Yeah, episode 1 is basically periodic table. Don't lose your hearts now, folks. It's just getting better. So, let's start by defining an atom. So, an atom is the smallest elemental unit in a sample of matter. Right? The smallest elemental unit in a sample of matter. Nice, right? This right there. Perfect. Alright. Wait. The great t-shirt. Nice. So some elements in the formula include oxygen, which its formula is O, nitrogen, which its formula is N, carbon, which its formula is C, iron, which its formula is Fe, which stands for ferrous, it's ferrous. Sodium, which its formula is Na, in chloride, and the formula is here. So, the periodic table of the elements. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The columns are called groups, and the rows are called period. They are numbered vertically. So the first column is called group 1, the second one group 2, the third one group 3, and so until group 17. Elements in a group share similar chemical properties. For example, group 1 are alkaline metals, which are very reactive. So group 1, the alkaline metals, and they're very reactive. So, sodium in water reacts vigorously. Sodium is part of group 1, and it's one of the most reactive elements, right? So, alkaline metals have a low melting point. They have a low melting point. Nice, right? So, group 17 is nonmetals which have similar chemical properties. Group 17, they are nonmetals, but they have similar chemical properties. Okay, density of sodium is less than 1. So sodium from the first group, the alkaline metals, is not that dense. It has a density of less than 1, which experts say that sodium could even float on water. It's not that dense. It will definitely float, right? So group 2 in the periodic table are called alkaline earth metals. So group 1 is more reactive than group 2, but group 2 are alkaline earth metals. Group 3 to group 12 are transitional elements. Now here's where it gets tricky. They say group 3 to group 12 are transitional metals, right? But they look something of the country of the United States. It looks something of the transitional metals in the periodic table. You can't miss it. So group 1 gives up their electrons to form ion with positive 1 charge. You got that? They give up their what's it called, electrons to form an ion with positive 1 charge. Nice, right? Nice. That will go like +1 in a reaction. Group 2 form cations with positive 2 charge. When group 2 reacts, they give out a positive 2 charge. Yeah. I don't make these rules, ladies and gentlemen, but I choose to appreciate them. This is the world of chemistry that we appreciate, right? So let's go on. Group 16 are Calvigens, right? Group 16 are Calvigens. Group 17 are halogens. Group 17 are halogens, and they include fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. Fluorine, bromine, and iodine, right? Those are group 17. Right? You can call them halogens. Where do we go? So another important aspect of group 1 is that they're also called like the colons. We call them the colons, right? They're also called 1A. So group 1 is called 1A, 2 is 2A, and 13, we go straight to 13, it's 3A, and 14, 4A, right? Nice. I know you must be loving this chemistry. Broken down is just sensational. So group 1 is valent with an electron of negative charge, E-, right? And then group 2 is a valent with a negative 2 charge, negative E charge electron, right? E- 2, and 14 is 4E. Now group 2 is valent of 2E negative charge, and 14 is 4E negative, right? The way I've taught you. The temperature is getting high. What else? So as per now, that's all we're going to look at in the periodic table. I hope you had fun. I hope you've learned one thing or two. The purpose of this show is to like educate you, get you informed, and use this knowledge in your day-to-day life, and like focus and like be bright. So technically that was me playing around with chemistry. I hope you've enjoyed it. The purpose of this show and this channel is to be like informative and get you guys like bright and stuff. Like now you know your chemistry, right? Yeah, mixing in the beakers and everything. Yeah, now, yeah. So until I see you again, Austin.